Hi guys, good morning. So today I want to create something different on my channel. So the thing is, recently I've been, I don't know why, but I've been really stressed about making contents. I just feel like I'm a little bit trapped somehow. And anyway, so I want to do something different today. So basically I want to make like little series, like 4 episode series talking about my life stories. I just feel like I know like you guys might not be interested in it, but I just feel like if I don't include my stories in my channel, I feel like there is something missing on my page, and I wanna make the picture like fuller. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my story, share with you my stories, and then I was like, it's gonna be a little bit boring if I just like sit there and talk. So you're gonna come hike with me today, and I'm gonna share with you my stories. Okay, let's go. So, I actually wrote this article on August 8th, 2022, so a little bit more than 2 years ago. And I actually only shared this article with my close friends. But now I also wanted to share with you guys because I don't know, I just feel like without this part of the story, my channel, it just doesn't make sense for me. It's just like, it feels like I'm missing out something. So I really want to share with you. I quit law school, at least for the time being. How funny it is that just about 1.5 months ago, this post was supposed to announce, I'm finally going to law school. Life is so unpredictable, huh? You read it right, my friends. I just declined my law school offer a few minutes ago. If you have known me for a while, you must be surprised by my decision, as I'm literally giving up an offer that I worked my ass off for 6 years to get. I first started thinking about going to law school in North America back in 2017 during my 3rd year in college. I was fortunate enough to be taught by a great professor, which planted the seed of making law school my goal after graduation. Back then, I mainly wanted to go to law school because I wanted to specialize in a specific field. Second of all, I wanted to continue my studies and believed I could excel in law. And third, my law professor strongly recommended it. So yep, I set it as my goal and began a series of preparations, ranging from prepping for the LSAT to applying to law school. By the way, LSAT stands for Law School Admission Test. As naive as I was at that time, I thought LSAT was just another standardized exam where I could achieve a decent or even good score by spending a few months preparing. Little did I know that the LSAT is considered one of the hardest exams in the world. I wouldn't elaborate too much on how tough the 2.5 years exam prep process was for me, but I basically completed close to 1,000 practice tests, took the exam 7 times, and found myself in a mental state where I would burst into tears whenever I got bad results after a test. So I actually already finished half of my trail, my hiking journey. So I'm gonna start to go down right now. Let's go. You might be curious. What motivated me back then to persist in pursuing this path, considering how demanding it was? Honestly, it wasn't anything big or special. For me, it was more because I wanted to study in North America. I like challenges, and being an attorney sounded cool. Their social status is high, and they have great potential for making good money. Plus, I wanted to prove if others can do it, why can't I? During my on and off prep process, I even got to pursue an LLM in law economics in Europe and worked as a business development specialist at an arbitration association for a year. To be brutally honest, as time passed, I became less and less sure why I really wanted to go to law school. I felt lost indeed. Maybe it's because I didn't want others to view me as someone without a goal or clueless about their life. Or perhaps I was just afraid to see myself this way. But I never seriously reflected on whether this was a path I truly wanted to pursue. I might have noticed this issue a few times before, but I immediately convinced myself, Pearly, no, you want to be a lawyer in the future. You're smart and you have worked so hard. I successfully convinced myself multiple times that it would be a waste to give up on law school. I should go to law school. That's what I kept telling myself. In the book, The Tyranny of Merit, the author pointed out that we are living in an era where we are constantly being screened, selected, and ranked at schools and workplaces. Consequently, we feel a strong need to fight harder and harder to achieve success and prove our value. I couldn't relate more to this as I felt addicted to chasing one prize. For example, good university, good grade, good grad school, good job, good salary, and so on, after another since college. I started to confuse what I really wanted to do with what society tells me I should do. Did I decide to do this because I wanted to receive validation from society or people around me so I could further validate my self-worth? Or was it because this was something I truly wanted to do from the start? Quote, law school is a great default option for graduates who don't know what to do. End of quote. Now it seems that this statement is describing me. If it weren't for the extremely expensive and unreasonable amount of tuition, I probably wouldn't have second-guessed my decision to go to law school and started this whole reflection process. Life can be funny. If it weren't for COVID, which allowed me to defer a year after another, I probably wouldn't or couldn't have thought through all of this, as I didn't know myself well enough back then. Well, still not enough now, but at least a bit more. Do I really want to work as a lawyer? Probably it's more because I want to prove to others that I am outstanding and capable of doing it. One of the biggest fears these past few years was when someone asked me, "Why do you want to be a lawyer?" Because I didn't even know the answer myself. You might be curious. What am I going to do next? Well, I'm still thinking about it. While it might sound risky to give up my law school offer without a solid plan for the next step, the last thing I want is to make, I don't know what else I could do, the reason for going to law school. Am I going to regret the decision I just made in the future? Maybe yes, maybe no. What I'm telling myself is that as long as I have thought it through carefully, I won't hypothesize too much about what might happen. When considering whether to give up this offer, I conducted many cost-benefit analyses, but this time, I want to trust my instinct. Surprisingly, instead of blaming myself, I felt relieved when I finally decided to give up the offer. I want to give myself a big hug and 大変お疲れ様でした for all the hard work I've done these past few years. Though I'm unsure whether these experiences will be of any use in the future, I sure hope they will. I felt relieved and happy with my decision. During this journey, scores, rankings, building a good resume, and becoming someone outstanding, like those people I see on LinkedIn, were the things that occupied my mind all day long. However, I forgot how big, how diverse, and how full of opportunities this world is. I'm gradually learning to trust myself and believe that with my experiences, skills, and most importantly, mindset and attitude, I can achieve success in any field. Thank you for listening. I almost cry myself, even after like 2 years of writing this article. So, yeah. Thank you for listening to my story. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yay! I finished my trial and I can't wait to go get some sports drink. I'm so thirsty.